Hey everybody, how's it going tonight? This is Mr. X Nightmare talking to you live on Wrestlenewsbuzz. Tonight we're going to change the format up a little bit, and I am going to interview the Executioner. If you're around, why don't you hop on in, my friend? There he is. What's up, Executioner?
Well, Mr. X.
How you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm doing okay. How you doing?
Hijacking your shit tonight so I can interview you.
So who are you, Mr. X, by the way?
I am actually Wrangler Dave of Off the Hook Network. I'm a former other podcaster and executive producer. I've stepped out from behind the scenes in front of the camera to do a special presentation tonight for Wrestlenewsbuzz. I'm going to be interviewing the Executioner for all of his fans out there. So if you guys want to stick around here, you guys will find out some pretty cool stuff about X. We're going to go into great details. I got some questions I'm going to ask him, and this is going to be pretty much guerrilla style interviewing.
Let's do it.
All right. So question number one, man. What are the origins of Executioner, man? How'd you get your start?
Say that one more time. You was kind of backing, kind of choppy there.
Oh man, I asked you what are the origins of Executioner and how did you get started?
Oh man, the Executioner, the birth of Executioner in 1995. To be honest, back then I was just in high school. You know, 10th grade, in the 10th grade, going to 10th grade, and was in the 10th grade for 2 months. I get into a bad fight to where I had to been either go to jail or walk away. So I said, fuck it, let me just walk away. So they want to know what I was going to do. And I said, well, I'm going to get into professional wrestling. I'm going to go to a wrestling camp. So I showed them some proof, and they signed the paper off. And at that time, I lied. I didn't have anybody really I was going to go see. At this point, I knew who I wanted to train with was with the Samoans. See, when I was like 1983, 84 was when I first started watching wrestling. And at that time,
so
my eyes were
Are you
glued.
talking about the wild? Are you talking about the wild Samoans?
Yes, at that time I wanted to be with their bloodline. So I knew they had family out here. I just didn't know who or where I'm going to connect, but I knew it was going to happen soon. So,
all right.
I go to this show. It's called CWF. One of my partners, Schizo. Wrestling fans, you'll be able to meet Schizo one day. I'm going to bring him on soon. Anyway, he had a wrestling fed called CWF. And I went there and met the Tonga Kid. And Tonga Kid was there. I said, look, my name is Broadway. He said, Broadway, I like that name. I'm like, okay. He's like, hey, you want to train, right? I said, yeah. He said, well, school out in Rancho Cordova, and come to my school and check it out. Well, at first, I kind of lagged. I'm like, I don't think if he's really that serious. So I go to another event that he was there. It was SPW.
All right.
which is in Sacramento, called Supreme Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
It was actually it was Sacramento Pro Wrestling, and they changed it to Supreme Pro Wrestling. Anyway,
I was gonna say Sac originally.
yeah, I met him there, and this time he was like, "Are you ready?" I said, "Yeah, I'm ready." At this time, I had a partner named George Fry, and we're trying to get into the business. Well, George was already in it, but he wasn't really in it as of he needed more training, like I needed training. So we go to
So you needed to learn the basics and get shit down to get under.
Learn the basics. So anyway, TK taught me everything. The first day, now this is a true story. I'm gonna say this part, and we're gonna move on. I go there. First of all, something told me to buy some smokes for Mr. TK. I don't know why, but I bought 3 Marlboro Reds. I don't know why I brought that. I don't know why. So I go there, and this is a key factor of my career right here. There's it's called a roadie, which is he goes and does supposed to do all the runs and errands and everything, make sure that the guy gets what he's supposed to get. Well, the roadie didn't bring him the roadie bring in no cigarettes.
Yep.
And he was pissed. I said, "I got some for you." He said, "Who said that?" I said, "Broadway." He said, "Come here, man. Come in the ring." So I get in the ring, give him 3 packs. He said, "See there? You see, son, this dude right here is a brand new student. He didn't know I smoked cigarettes, but he brought me 3 packs. This is the new guy. Brody, get the fuck." He said, "Get out of there. Get out of the ring. Matter of fact, stay in the ring so I can stretch you." So anyway, that was the key to get me in. I had to pay my dues as of tearing down the ring, putting up the ring, tearing it down, putting it in the truck. And then the very next morning, we got to unload the ring and set it up and back into the school. So we did that.
Yep. So like I used to work at the carnival, and we call that a slow down and a setup. Yeah. So that's basically what you were doing. You slowing everything down, getting it all loaded up. And then when you get to your next spot, you unload, unpack all that shit, and set it all back up again.
Well, there was this one night. TK said he needed somebody there for the whole night to guard the ring, because we're about to do maybe like a big top of a big event there. So me and George decided, okay, let's stay the night. So we stayed the night, slept in the ring. We started playing around in the ring, got a match together, and did a match in front of TK. He said, "Well, you guys are doing good." He said, "Broadway, you're too fast and you're too strong for him. Slow it down a little bit." So we slowed down. But anyway, long story short, TK put me in the ropes of showing me the ropes, the business of professional wrestling. That's how I got in when I was like 16 years in. So,
all right. So I'm going to back you up a little bit. So you said you got in some issue in school. There, you almost ended up in juvenile hall.
Yeah.
Can you break down a little bit about what happened without going into too great details of,
it was a fight. Well, it started off in a classroom like normal kids do. You're in the classroom.
Yeah.
One dude stepped on my shoe. The dude stepped on my shoe, and he didn't say excuse me or nothing. So it escalated for about a week until we got in that fight. And the kid had a knife. He didn't want to fight me, so he knew of me. So he had his little pocket knife shit. And
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I was the talk of the kid when I was in 7th grade, knocking out a 12th grader. He was a football player.
Okay.
He was a star of a football player for Highlands, and I went to Don Julio. And
all right,
we got in the fight, and the next day it was like everybody knew that I got in the fight, and I beat the guy's ass. Excuse my French, beat the guy's ass. But anyway, it was the king of the talking board for a minute. Yeah. But
So the other
anyway,
dude
let's
was
get
basically,
back.
was he trying to, so hang on, was he trying to test you? Is that what it was? Is that what kind of like made the beef worse?
Oh no, it was over his sister. His sister and I liked each other, and he didn't like it. And from when I was mixed,
Okay,
I'm I'm
brotherly
part
love.
black, I'm part white and part native. So all that's in me.
Yeah.
So he didn't like that, and he called me the N word, and that started. And he had a wrench. He tried to swing the wrench at me, so I swung it back, and he hit me in my mouth, and I had my tooth come out. And then once I tasted my blood, that was a wrap, and destroyed him.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
and so that basically what that did is that ended your high school career and that put you on path to wrestling.
Right.
So that was one of the other questions I was going to ask you was how did you get your start in wrestling? And you went from one segue into another, and I didn't even have to ask that question. So
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you another question because I know you have a tag team partner that's also a member of our network, Off the Hook.
Mhm.
So how
Mhm.
did you meet Leatherface, man? How did you meet your tag
A
partner,
matter of fact,
Leatherface?
matter of fact, we got him on right now. So if he wants to go
Oh,
ahead and produce, that's fine. Anyway, how I met Leatherface, man, that was like what 25 years ago, something like that. Um,
yeah, yeah.
I was like 18 years old. I had to been at least 18. Anyway, what happened was I went to SPW and I talked to the promoter. I said, "Hey, do you know anybody that can help me out with my website?" He said, "Yes, I do. Matter of fact, he lives in your area." I said, "Cool." So he gives me, excuse my French, but he gives me Leatherface's phone number. I wanted to give him his government name, but I'm not. I respect him. So
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
he gives me Leatherface's phone number. So I called him up. I said, "Face." He goes, "Who is this?" I said, "This is X." He goes, "What's going on, X?" I said, "Oh, nothing much, man. I want to do a wrestling show, but I need help on getting a website together." He said, "Well, come on through." I said, "Well, cool." So we come through. I go over to his house. I meet him, and now the promoter, his name was Richard Roby. May he rest in peace. God took his soul on. May he rest in peace. I respect this man
Ah,
because
shit.
he's the
Oh,
one. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Richard Roby is the one that put me and Face together. If it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be no Off the Hook. I wouldn't think it would be no Off the Hook. But anyway, so we go there, and he calls me up. He said, "Broadway, don't be going over there and trying to be friends with him. This is business, okay?" Now every day I'm going over there, and he's calling me up. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" "Oh, we're just hanging out." "Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh man! I told you guys not to do this. Why are you guys doing this? Why are you guys always trying to excuse me? Why are you guys trying to I told you no friendship. This is business." I said, "Look, it's beyond business. I mean, yeah, it's business, but we made a friendship out of business. Business became our friendship. If it wasn't for
Yeah, yeah.
trying to get something going, but it never happened, and the website never happened. I'm still waiting for that damn website. It's been 25 years, motherfucker. It's been 25 years. I'm still waiting for that website. But anyway, no, I'm just fucking around. Um, no, but seriously, on all seriousness,
you had a lot more adventure.
No damn website. What the fuck?
There we
motherfucker,
go.
we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get into that.
All right,
But
all right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
back.
yeah. So anyway, I meet Face. So you guys want to know how this Off the Hook thing came about? And well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
that
you.
was my next question I was going to ask you, man. What
Yeah.
encouraged you and Face to actually start Off the Hook Network? How did that come about?
All right, I'm gonna tell you. One day we were sitting at my house. Well, I was stayed at somebody's house, so we're watching Jackass, and we were like, man, we could probably end up doing something like this. Let's see if we're like, who could we get? We're thinking and thinking, and for one, we thought of a name, and the first name that we thought of, and it was way before ahead of time. It was called Whoop Ass. That was the original name that we had for, and we thought about it. No, Whoop Ass ain't gonna go through, because if MTV pick us up, they're gonna have us change the name anyway because of Whoop Ass. So we're like, what?
Yeah.
So how could we get this name? Well, one day, me, Face, and a buddy of ours named Schizo, we're at a park, we're medicating, and we're thinking, and all of a sudden, Schizo said, "Off the Hook." Bingo! That was the name right there. So we ran with it, and we wanted Bam to come on to our show at this one specific time. But Bam, we showed Bam that, we had some wrestlers, that he could possibly be stars, real stars,
Yeah, yeah.
That wasn't good enough for him. He liked our gimmick. He liked the leather face look. He loved the executioner look. Yeah, he got one WWE guy, and that was Midian. He was Midian back in WWE. And anyway, he had Midian, but Midian was only on for like 20 seconds. And that was it. All the focus was on me and Face. And we made that show as a pop for MTV. And right to this day, if it wasn't for Bam and MTV, they gave us that little push. You know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be who we are right now. We wouldn't even be Off the Hook if it wasn't for Viva La Bam. So with Off the Hook, give all praise and give our thanks and dues to Bam Margera and the CKY crew. You got our back. So Team Bam, we love Team Bam. So we're Team Bam all the way. Yeah.
Yep, all the way, 100%. So my other question I wanted to ask you, man, was, basically that's the origins of, loose origins of Off the Hook. So one of the things I was going to say, man, is Off the Hook was actually a phrase used in my era, from being a teenager and shit, when something was really cool, we'd be like, man, that shit was off the hook, it was another word of saying cool, you know what I'm saying? So that's still catchy to this day, for me at least. So you guys actually, you and our producer right now, Leatherface, actually showed up on one of the episodes, right, of Viva La Bam, right? Did you guys also appear in any of the movies at all? Or was it just Viva La Bam? Did you guys actually make Jackass?
Well, it was talks about that at one time of us being on Jackass, but that never happened. It had its own points, but anyway, we had Bam on our Off the Hook. We met him at an event. We recorded him and stuff. So, Bam is a good dude. I mean, later on, you never know what the future can hold, man. You just never know. Anything can happen. You just never know.
And in case if anybody's wondering, Off the Hook actually did stuff a lot like Jackass did and Viva La Bam. And the older videos can actually be found on YouTube, right? Still to this day.
Yeah, I remember our first video that we did. This is what's funny. We get back from Bam's spot, getting done filming for Viva La Bam, Fast Eddie Treetop Casino from the castle.
Yep.
So we come home, and we're like, man, what are we gonna do? So we go to the liquor store, and the liquor store wanted us to do a prank on his employee that works at the pizza joint called Mountain Mike's. So he's the owner of Mountain Mike's, and so we get this one kid on there, and we do this little liquor porn jerky. It's a little video that you probably see on our Off the Hook network, and that was our very first video that we've ever done. So, I mean, it was cool. I mean, we finally got the kid to be on our team, which is Flex, and then he introduced us to his friend Tony Gold, and then we got Flex and Tony Gold under us, so we're doing stuff, and then we meet another kid named Rance, and he's part of the crew.
Okay.
And then we also met another guy named Turd. He's also part of the crew. So we had a nice crew coming up as of Off the Hook. We done a lot of wild adventures. We've done stuff that we shouldn't have. We were way ahead of our time, and we did it anyway. We didn't get no permission. We just went out and just did the damn thing.
Just went out and did a
lot of our shit
guerrilla
was-
style then.
Yeah, a lot of our
Yeah,
shit
they call
was
that
real.
guerrilla. They call that guerrilla.
Yeah, we could have went to jail, did
Coulda
everything.
gotten-
So, oh yeah, decent exposure, all kinds of shit. We had Tony Gold wearing G-strings and shit. Man, it was fun. But anyway, back to so we did the Off the Hook thing, and then all of a sudden we just parted ways for a while.
Yeah.
It's been like a good 10-year gap that we parted ways. And then now, Off the Hook Network, thanks to Leatherface
Yep.
for bringing Off the Hook
So-
Network back together. And yeah.
quick update for you guys out there listening to this. And yes, I said quick a few times right there. Off the Hook used to originally be called Off the Hook TV, and then we did the Off the Hook Network. So if anybody wants to look that up, you will find it on YouTube under Off the Hook Network. I think there's still an Off the Hook TV as well, but I know both of those have been merged currently into Off the Hook Network, right?
It's basically more Off the Hook Network. Yeah, just go to Off the Hook Network.
Off the
You
Hook
see all our
Network.
videos there. Yeah. You see a lot of
it
our
was
young
originally
our
called
younger
Off the
days.
Hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
Oh,
used to be
one
called
other
Off the
thing.
Hook TV. And then,
Yeah.
and then it merged.
Off the Hook. Yeah.
So that's what
One
I'm
other
telling
thing.
people. That's part of the history.
One other thing about Face. We had a match, and it was a good psychology match. It was comedy. We had Tony the Tiger Lopez, which is a boxer from Sacramento, a pro fighter. We had
Yeah,
him
pro
in
boxer.
our. I called him up one day. I said, "Hey Tony, I'm having a match, man." He was like, "What is it, Broadway?" I said, "Well, I want to see if I can book you for being a special guest referee." He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, how much would you do it?" He said, "Man, don't worry about this. Let me get there." So I get there. I have some money in this envelope. I give it to him, and at the end of the show, he gives me the envelope back. Like, he's like, "Cool, I'm good, man. I'm here because you asked me, and I wasn't doing nothing, and you caught me on a good day. So, cool." Well, I called him again. Needed one more favor from him again. But me and Face did this match. Let me get to this match. We did a good match, and at the end of the match, Leatherface and Tony the Tiger Lopez had a little scruffle right there. I said, "Oh boy!" And Tony the Tiger, Leatherface did his little punches in there. He had his little punches in there, but I guess Tony had the best of Leatherface at that time. But I think Leatherface held his own. I'm not going to say he didn't. Face,
But
do you
that's
have
a
any?
pro boxer, man.
I prepared for that match, and here's a scene of me preparing for it. And there's the executioner getting ready for a match with Leatherface. Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh,
Hey, you know what? Hey, I gotta give it to that guy. I gotta give it to him because you know what? that proves everything right there. They are not disability does not say you cannot achieve your dream. That little guy right there trained his ass off, and he did that. That was hard for him to do that little flip kick thing, and he did it. Hey, I give it to him, man. That's applause to that young guy right there. You know.
Hey, but hey, check it out, man. Being that I took martial arts when I was younger. Do you see what color belt that dude was wearing? You got to go through a lot of tests to get up to black. He had on a black belt. Oh, so you know that dude's got some serious, training behind him. You got to test to get that belt.
What the fuck's he gonna do? Do a sliding fucking Ryu kick on you? I mean, come on. He can flap those little hands around and do a little jump around kick, but what's he gonna do to you? You run him do a fucking running field goal, and he's done. How would he get a black belt?
Hey,
how did he get a black belt with a leg and a half?
Telly, we're gonna give this guy his shine, okay? We're not gonna bash
shine
him.
Hey,
well then you should have never showed the motherfucker. So
yeah, I'm not trying to
shine
him.
So I'm giving him his shine, man.
Oh, I ain't no shine.
Don't be hating on half pint, man. Half pint will whoop your ass face.
I do a flip on the toilet more of a turn around on the toilet to shit every day, and I don't get an award.
Shit, that fool could probably kick him a mile away, bro.
That was a pretty massive little flip around foot drop there. That might be pretty lethal.
Dude, the homie will take your ankles out. Just put it that way.
I'd fucking.
You ain't gonna be walking.
Grab by his damn head, fuck his mouth.
God.
Fans, I was the producer of Leatherface. That was my other partner, so he might come back on and off. You never know.
Yep, that's Executioner's tag team partner right there. So
25 years strong, and we're still going for another 25.
So my question for you guys is, for both of you, are you guys ever planning on getting back in the wrestling ring, or have you guys hung up your boots?
No, I think we're done. You know,
so the boots are put away.
Not if there was a big payday and it made sense. Other than that, I don't think we're gonna ever do that.
No, I'm tired of grabbing another man and slamming men around. I'm good.
All right. So you guys heard that. They're pretty much retired at this moment. At least one of them is. Quitter.
Yeah, we got one that is.
I'm too old, Dick. I'm too old. I'm pushing 50. Fuck you. I ain't no Ric Flair. Trying no Ric Flair drip.
Hey, Ric Flair's still wrestling.
Don't talk shit. Look at Ric Flair. Don't talk shit, Telly.
That's
face. Don't talk shit.
That was a lot of years of cocaine and fucking Vince McMahon money. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, woo! Keep telling stories over there, dude.
Woo! That's the drip right there.
All right. So another question.
That's the fucking Ric Flair drip. That's the fucking called the cocaine drip.
Yeah.
Well, he may have a cocaine drip, but that motherfucker's still getting in there and mixing it up. So, what does the future for Off the Hook hold?
What?
What is the future for Off the Hook Network?
Oh, a bunch of hole-in-the-wall shows coming in, giving our heart and blood for fucking hardly anybody to follow it and enjoy it and hit the like button. But we're happy and we get to hang out with each other. That's the big win.
Oh, that's cool, man.
It's not about a bunch of viewers and to go viral and make millions of dollars. It's about making a few people that like you laugh and have a good time. That's what it's always been about. And we're not trendy. We're not trendy. We're not trendy. We don't kiss ass. And so we just stay where we're at, and that's cool. We're
not politically correct either, because
we're not politically correct by far, but we enjoy keeping our names alive and having fun, and the brotherhood still, there's still some of it left there, and I don't care if I make 10 cents.
Always.
I get to hang out with my buddies and have a good time here and there. My money can't buy that.
What is the future? So you two own Off the Hook. What I want to know is, what is the future for us here on the network?
Fuck your ass, make you humble.
Plans of
just keep watching, because it's a story that will tell itself.
Yeah, it's our story.
All right.
It is what it is. It's our story. It started in the dirt, and we'll end up back in the dirt one day. And until then, we just laugh and have fun. Bring on who we can.
So, yep. Didn't mean to cut you off there, Face. So basically, one of the other things I was going to say is that so being that it's wrestling news, I heard rumor that a specific wrestler recently is been sidelined for 6 months because he tore a muscle. You know who that is, X?
Who's that?
Who could that be?
Big Ugly?
No.
No.
I'm asking because I heard about it and I wasn't sure if you guys knew.
No.
You know.
Hold it. Say the story again because I want to hear it one more time.
So I heard rumor recently that a famous wrestler, I think in AEW, tore a muscle in his arm or chest, and he's going to be out for 6 months.
Oh, that was R-Truth.
R-Truth. Okay, that's WWE, not AEW.
Yeah,
WWE. So R-Truth injured himself, guys.
Yeah,
in
he's out for
a match,
6 months.
and he's going to be out for 6 months. Yeah,
R-Truth. The guy from Attitude Era. Well, at the end of it.
What is that?
Ron Killings.
Ron
The wrestler. Yeah, Ron Killings.
Who's that?
Yeah.
He was arrested.
You don't know who the fuck
WWE.
R-Truth is?
No.
Hey, when he came
Last
out, he
time
originally came out rapping.
He was K-Quick.
Man, what's up?
The last person I saw rapping was John Cena. The last person I saw in wrestling was Stone Cold and Degeneration X.
No, there was a black guy that came out there rapping, and his name was K-Quick first.
Yeah, he did the dreadlocks, he did the breakdancing.
Yeah,
I remember him on the video game.
Yeah, then he changed his name to
cool.
R-Truth. Yeah.
R-Truth.
So okay, question, guys. What is your favorite moment in wrestling history? I'll start with mine. My most favorite moment in wrestling history was an invasion angle that was done by Degeneration X when they invaded WCW. And they actually, I think it was an armored car or a Jeep they took to their friggin' arena. What do you guys think about that?
I remember them coming in helicopter and SUV and limo and tank. I don't remember. They used to have a bunch of different kind of engines.
When they did that, they did it in. Go ahead.
It was that Monday Night War invasion where Vince had DX go to Monday Night Raw and outside of the
Nitro
arena.
They went to Nitro.
On Nitro. Yeah, on Nitro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's what it was. Monday Night Nitro, and did a little invasion thing over there, and it was cool.
Literally outside of their friggin' live show where they were live, DX showed up because they were just down the street. I guess they were all booked in the same town, both companies, and DX, one of my favorite things. And so it was Triple H and Shawn Michaels actually showed up. I think it was like even China might have been with them, or X-Pac. I remember it was DX. They actually showed up to their event. Yeah.
Oh, China has some great pornos.
So that was one of my favorite moments of wrestling, because it had never been done up to that point. Well, I guess it did before that, but it was like way back in the 80s, where
yeah. You ever seen a night in China 1 and part 2?
No.
You seen the original She-Hulk pornos?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Just wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, China made some interesting adult videos.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was better. It was better.
Triple H in it.
Oh man, the latest porno that was terrible was Sunny.
X-Pac in China. That
one wasn't bad. That was just a big old dick and an overlarge clit. That's fine. But Tammy Stitch or Sunny, man, she shouldn't have waited until she was 80 years old to do it.
Oh, she's in prison now. You know that?
Yeah, she did a car accident. Drunken car accident.
Drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, surprise.
She killed somebody in a car accident being drunk.
Her
So,
porno was horrible. I mean,
speaking-
that was. If you decide to do a porno, don't wait till you're 60 to do it. She should have
Stephanie
done.
McMahon
so,
did
like,
one.
Oh God,
So speaking of adult material in WWE,
that's
you
Vince
guys-
McMahon with tits.
did you guys ever get the one to see the leaked Page video?
That was boring. I mean, definitely couldn't rub a dub to that one. So
Yeah, that was
I wasn't-
No,
garbage.
but it was still out there.
China's rolling in first place, and Sonny's side up with Tammy Stitch.
Oh, by the way, guys, may
that was terrible.
China
That was
rest
the
in
worst.
peace.
That was the worst anal scene ever in porno.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't see
definitely
that
couldn't.
one, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, it was
Sonny-
terrible. It was. Oh man, she should have done it 20 years prior. Have been all right, but no, it wasn't working.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage. Well, that's
So,
like,
I
us
haven't
going
seen
to
any
that.
of these videos.
That's like us going to these events that we used to go to. Going to Vegas and going to those damn events, the red carpets, and going to the party.
The AVN Awards.
the AVN Awards, the AVN
AVN.
after parties, and we were red carpet first fucking VIP at the Hard Rock Cafe in Vegas.
We gotta
Yep,
now. Here's a story. Here's one story that we did do for a music artist, and we're gonna mention this guy's name. His name is Afro Man. Afro Man, Off the Hook Network. Keep your career going. You're doing good, Afro Man. But anyway, check this out. A buddy of ours was like, "Hey, you want to go out tonight? Go to a New Year's Eve party, We're like, okay. He was like, Afro Man's gonna be there. We're like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I was
So
excited about that.
Yeah, so we were like, fuck yeah, because his song "Because I Got High" was a hit on the radio.
Oh yeah. It was also
So
Jay and Silent Bob, Kevin Smith, and
Yeah.
Jason Mewes were also in that music video with him.
Yeah. So
So,
back to
yeah,
the
yeah.
story. Back to the story. Anyway, so we get to the venue. We get to the venue, and the manager comes in, and there's a guy sitting there, but I have the CD of Afro Man, so I'm making sure that this ain't no imposter. I look at him, he gets in the van and everything, and then we are marking out for a quick second, and then they leave. I said, "Hey G," I said, "Who is that guy?" He goes, "Oh, that's Afro Man." I said, "That ain't him." He goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, that's not him, bro." And I said, "What we're gonna do is we're gonna mark out tonight and go ahead and record this shit. And tomorrow,
Yeah, I remember. I don't mean to interrupt you. I remember the night.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there. I remember he got out of the van. We burned a blunt in there. He got out of the van.
Yeah.
The executioner just looks over at me. He was like, "Bruh, that's not Afro Man." I never seen Afro Man. I've heard this song 1,000 times. And we all let's get high. We've heard that 1,000 times. But X Man was just like, "Bruh, that's not Afro Man." And I'm like, oh shit. And he showed me. I think he showed me in your phone. There was a picture, and like that's not Afro Man, bro. I remember AG was like, We're like, "No, bro, it wasn't."
we had the CD. I had the CD of it.
Yeah, is that what it was? A CD?
Yeah, I brought the CD out and showed it to you guys, and you guys, oh shit! So I said, we're gonna record. We're gonna act like he is Afro Man.
So we move forward, and we're in this little bar in fucking just outside of between Bakersfield and Fresno. What was the name of that place?
All right.
Tulare.
Fuck.
Tulare.
Yeah, first
Tulare.
of all, no one
Tulare.
of any kind of talent whatsoever is going to go to that county to do anything.
Hell of
that should have been our first.
Little do you know.
Yeah, if it was a Sriracha band, it would have been sold out. But anyway, we should have known there's nobody of any kind of names going to be there. But we went down there because with the Wild Girls on a film van, and we had a lot of adventures. We went to a lot of big things and met a lot of people. So we're like, hey, you know what? It's a possibility. But yeah, we got down there and he smoked a blunt in the van. And he got out, and we're just like, man, that's not Afro Man, bro. And Mauricio was like, it's not Afro Man. So we played it off the rest of the night. and we went and listened to this guy live. And this little fucking dive bar had like 60 people there. We're stoned as fuck in the back. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm like, man, that is. And we're listening to the song. I'm like, man, that's not Afro Man. That's fucking Dole Ray. And so the show ends. We told AG, man, that's not Afro Man. So the next day, we go to Afro Man's website and we're like, hey, this is Leatherface and Executioner. And we just went and watched an imposter impersonate you.
Hold on. Not trying to cut you off, but you missed one part.
Okay.
We're in the bar. So we go tell the owner of the bar, hey, this is not Afro Man. He was like, what? We're like, yeah, this is not him. So we show him the CD. This is an imposter here that you got. He was like, oh, fuck, I didn't know. He was like, yeah. And Giorgio promoted him, pretty much fooled everybody. And
That's the real deal.
Yeah, he was willing in the bait.
Yeah, there was this this guy named Dole Ray, Dave. I guess he was some kind of rapper down in LA, and he was doing Afro Man impersonations. And I guess it's been
so it wasn't
years.
really the dude then.
No. There was a few 2 or 3 years where this guy named Dole Ray was going around impersonating Afro Man, and he would go to little shithole fucking little country towns, and he would do these little shows as Afro Man. A lot of dumbass little hillbillies ain't gonna fucking know any different. And
so he kind of pulled a Blues Brothers, right?
Blues Brothers / Milli Vanilli, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, okay.
And so we went ahead. So we went to the website the next day, and we got a hold of Afro Man's people, and he went straight to him, and hey, we just partied with the fake you all night. We played the video and told him what was going on, and he was pissed. Yeah, and he sent us a little video back and everything, and did a little shout out for the barbecue shack and Leatherface Executioner for. And we recorded all of it. Well, that goes into the next thing. We go to Vegas and we bring the fake Afro Man, and the real Afro Man had it set up to where we ditch him and his little manager guy in Vegas, and we did. Go all the way to Vegas and like, hey man, we know you an Afro Man. Fucking suck a dick. Enjoy your sit at the airport, motherfucker. And we took off. So we got his ass. We busted him out for Afro Man, and it was a little thing back then. It was all over the internet. This is before YouTube and all that shit. YouTube and all that shit was going on.
Yeah. It was still during, when fucking Yahoo was still around.
It was still.
Then he does a song called Del Gay.
Hey, Del Gay, bitch, go get my money. You so funny. Hey, Del Gay. Yeah. I remember Rance was singing that song for like fucking 2 or 3 years.
Oh my!
So did you guys actually meet? Did you guys actually get a chance to physically hook up and meet with Afro Man? I mean, not like hook up.
I could have. I'm gonna be real. No, but I am next year though. That's already in the works with that. So he'll be here in Sac.
All right, cool.
I no longer give a shit.
Yeah.
So, and then my question for you, Face, is straight up, man. Like, I know you've done some other shit other than wrestling. So one of the questions I want to ask you, man, is that when you guys did your thing with BAM, how well did it actually help out the network for you guys? I mean, did it bring you guys more followers over, or did it help him out?
We got some followers. We never made much money on the whole thing, but that wasn't always the main mission.
That wasn't the deal behind it, though.
No, we were just into having fun and filming and laughing and being a part of something great. It might have been great too.
Yeah,
being had its own audience.
Part of something fucking greater than yourself.
Yeah. And it was just a lot of years of struggling and paying dues and dealing with all that bullshit. Then we had a chance that a lot of people way more experienced probably could have done an excellent job doing the show. We happened to fall right into it. And I was
okay.
yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead. I'm stoned. Go ahead. What's up?
All right, man. So I didn't mean to cut you off, man. But one of the other questions I wanted to ask, since I'm doing a guerrilla interview here with Executioner, what's your favorite match with Face? Your favorite wrestling match that you guys had?
Actually, there was a couple.
I remember the shortest one.
Oh yeah, the shortest one was that one where we were in out there by doing that little expedition thing over there with the fireman.
No, I didn't. No, dickhead, when I fucking jumped off the fucking ring onto you onto some chairs and twisted and fractured my ankle. Yeah.
After I told you not to do it, and you did it anyway. But
I know, but it was so tempting.
How many? What?
So you took a
Yeah,
so you took a major bump and broke your fucking ankle?
Not even a bump. It was one of Rob Wild's little fucking blowjob shows up in Marysville. And he had Conan, and
all right,
we had Snuka and TK up there. I think that was one of his glory hole story shows. But anyway, yeah, me and X are wrestling, and I jumped off the apron, top of the apron onto the outside onto him. And there was just a big old section of empty chairs because it was one of Rob Wild's shows, and there was a lot of empty chairs. So I wanted to jump off and land on the Executioner and fall into a bunch of chairs, but I landed. I had
Fuck your ass, make you humble.
I had these long ass Doc Martin boots, and they weren't tightened all the way. So when I landed, I twisted my ankle really bad.
Ouch.
And so I get up. I'm fucking hurt as hell. He starts fucking hammering on me still. He hops out the outside, and he was already outside. As soon as I landed, and it went bad, and I got up. I couldn't walk, and here's his fucking ass hammering on me. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking hurt. My ankle's broke. I couldn't even put any pressure on it. Here's the Executioner sitting there fucking dropping fucking hammers on me and shit. I'm like, dude, I'm hurt. Call it off.
I'm still okay. He's like, I'm hurt. Call it off. So I'm still beating on him. I'm calling the ref to come close. And he was like, what? Wasn't it Greg?
I don't even remember.
Was it Gregory? Anyway,
might have been Greg. Might have been Greg or Philliam. I'm not sure.
Or Martin.
So how fast did that match go? You said it was your shortest?
2 minutes, a minute and a half, probably.
2 minutes.
Yeah. I don't remember much anything. I don't remember.
So
much
this injury
else.
happened. So it happened toward the beginning of the match. Then you guys actually had a set that you guys were going to do, and then snafu.
Yeah.
We were in the match. And, we were only in the ring for like a minute, if that.
That wasn't my favorite show, though. I mean, the favorite show was when we did the Watch McCall up there with Tony the Tiger Lopez. That was a fun match. It wasn't a big crowd, but we did like a 4 minute and 5 minute match there with a lot of comedy in it. I think it went pretty good.
I think it was one of the best matches out of that night.
I think it was too.
And then X, what's your favorite? I mean, you wrestled, I'm pretty sure, more than just with Leatherface. What was your favorite in your career?
When we did that, we were in LA. Did a match out there in LA with
the Freak Show Wrestling.
Freak Show Wrestling, and
yeah, that was a really fun organization. Of all the shows I worked on over the years, the Sin Bodhi's show was probably the most fun.
And it fit with Off the Hook. It fitted in what we were, with our persona as a wrestling company, Freak Show Wrestling, Off the Hook. It went. So
yeah,
but
that company you mentioned that's ran by Sin Bodhi, that was your actual favorite time. Doing wrestling was working for them.
It was a wrestling show that didn't have no stress. It didn't have a bunch of wrestling political fucking motion involved in it. It was just, hey, here's your match, have some fun, do what you got to do. Sin Bodhi was really good. Somebody was excellent attitude. Gangrel, Rikishi, everybody was just awesome. It was really fun.
So you guys basically was like on the fly type shit. Call it.
It was like a green Jello video with wrestlers.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would have to say the best match was when we were on MTV.
Okay. Now,
I think
was
that was one of the
the
best.
one you guys did?
Yeah.
Okay. So what time frame was that in when you guys did the MTV set?
That was
in
that was 2004.
2004.
We're there just during
2004?
the end of winter, pretty much. I mean, it was cold as fuck out there. I remember we walked out of the castle and we walked all the way down to the wrestling ring. There was still a little
So
pieces
that's
of
from
snow
Bam's
here and there.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was only like
And that
50
was
feet
like,
away from the house.
was that around Halloween time you guys did that?
No, that was
bad.
around February, March.
It was in February, so it was past Halloween. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it was way past Halloween. Yeah, it was early in the year. Oh yeah. It was the end of winter.
So that was one of your guys' favorite matches, walking from Bam's castle into a wrestling ring to wrestle.
It was fun. We had
Things got sidetracked on that match though because
we had wrestling matches. We had people falling from trees and zip lines, and it was just.
So, question about that match: do you guys actually have video of it? Do you guys want to throw up here so people could see what you're talking about?
No, that's
Or
like
is that like can't do that?
copyright. MTV
Yeah.
don't do that stuff.
Can't do
But,
that.
I mean, if you get hold of Viva La Bam season 2, episode 7, which was a lot of copies were
So
sold
guys, if
easily
you guys,
found.
if you guys want to see that match, tell Face just mentioned it there. To tell you guys, it's Viva La Bam season 2. You said episode 7.
Yes,
Fast Eddie Treetop
Right.
Casino. Check it out.
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day.
All right, for Arbor Day. Okay, cool. So that was like your guys' favorite match. Did it go the way you guys wanted it to? Was there any flubs in it, or was it like straight the way you guys wanted it done was done? Anything you guys wanted to add to it?
I think it was done how it was done. So.
Yeah, but there were some spots that they wanted to keep on. I'm gonna tell you a story, and it never hit on air. And Face is a witness to this. I got mad in real life. I really got pissed off here when Don Vito headbutt me in the nose and I was bleeding. And I got pissed off, so they were like, keep the camera going, keep it rolling. So I'm talking hellish shit, all kinds of shit. And that should have been in the bloopers, but that didn't make it. It was funny.
So that
Yeah, we
So
it
you
was in the middle of us.
Darn-
We had to teach. We had to teach and go over a lot of moves with Vito and Phil. We had to like go over some wrestling walk-ups and some moves. We had to actually teach them some wrestling. Yeah, those are some pretty
So
big,
Don
meaty,
Vito-
hard. Those are some pretty meaty, hardy guys, bro.
yeah, they were.
And on the video, I was supposed to wrestle Don Vito, and Phil was supposed to go after Face. Well, if you look on the video carefully, I'm going after me and Phil, and Don and Face is going at it. I'm like, where did this come from? You noticed that, Face? Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it was just a stir of the moment.
Like, damn, that was just yeah.
I mean, for one, it was
so
like negative
basically-
20. It was like negative 20 degrees outside for starters.
And it's like 3 a.m, hella cold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh god,
it was-
early in the morning, late at fucking night, and I saw
Up
you
there-
guys
up there
were
in-
wearing
Oh, it's
your
cold
leather
up there
get-up.
in
Yeah.
Yankeeville, bro. It's cold up there.
So hey, so did your outfits help keep you a little bit warm out there?
Fuck.
Only
were you,
thing
like,
that
still
kept,
freezing
only
your
thing
balls
that
off?
kept, only thing that kept us warm. I'm sure what I'm about to say speaks for me and Executioner. Is they gave us these little heating packs we put inside of our gloves, because we wore these big old rubber gloves, and they gave us these little heater pack things that we had, smushed up and put in our packs, and it kept our fucking hands super hot and warm, which kind of heated the rest of us up. Well, that and
So it
Ryan
helped
Dunn.
keep you mobile.
Well, that and Ryan Dunn gave us plenty of beer and Bloody Marys.
Alcohol, yeah.
Yeah, he kept us. He would trick you into getting drunk. You didn't even know it. So, I'll have a beer. I'll just have one beer. Have Have a beer with some tomato juice in it. Just try a little bit of this. Oh, that's good. I know. Try some in, but you're drunk. After about 10 minutes, you're drunk. And you don't even know.
You were too fucked up to care.
No, it's too fucked up.
Hey, you know what?
So
when we first flown in, I got paranoid because we're in the motel room, and these are rooms that, they give us. So I'm like, fuck, man, this is like, they must be doing something. I'm checking the beds. I'm checking underneath.
Oh, yeah, so paranoid they're going to do something to us.
I mean, I'm starting to feel something in my bed. I'm like, fuck, man. I think I was having an anxiety attack because
he was afraid some big giant dildo was going to shoot out his bed.
You're about to do something.
So you guys probably thought they had a hole cut in the wall with some paper over it, some shit that was going to blow a fucking thing across.
Wait for this gigantic dick just to fucking shoot right through it and smack you right in the mouth with it. Yeah.
Anything but.
Yeah. At any time, we're expecting a hit to the nuts or a dildo to come around the corner.
Yeah.
And smack you in the head. So
I want to tell the story. I'm
filming.
Go ahead. I'm gonna tell this story.
Well, no,
this is a true story. This is a true story. We're, Bam takes us out to dinner and shit. So, this ain't even on air. Excuse me. What happened was while we were filming,
behind the scenes,
there was this man that got fired. He kicked Bam's BMW. Kicked him.
Oh shit!
Ow!
Oh.
On the way out, yeah.
Some way, somehow, I got the blame for it. I did it.
Oh,
yeah. Bam knew. The color guy did it.
Bam knew that I didn't have nothing to do with it because there's cameras there. So we go to dinner.
Yeah, blame the black guy, right?
Yeah. Well, listen,
racist bastards.
Well, there you go. You're nailing something. What happened? So
fucking Yankees.
We're sitting there and fucking Rab. I think he was drunk or something.
All right.
But he turned around and he called me the N-word. And I got pissed off. So I think I threw the chair and broke the chair or something. I don't know. But Bam was like, what's going on? I said, man, I'm going back to the hotel. Fuck this motherfucker. And I was gonna really try to do something to Rab, but I had to remember that Bam is the one that got us there. So, try to keep it respectful. So I leave.
Try to keep the peace a little bit.
Well, I think Face was there too, and then later on, Rab called me and apologized. Bam had him apologize, and I accept his apology. And the next day, we act like nothing happened. It was like, we're all having fun, and the very next day, but Rab, you almost got your ass whipped that night, but I didn't want to do nothing because, Bam, it was Bam, so Bam
it ruined the rest of the night because that's the night that Rick and Deco picked me up and went and partied with Bloodhound Gang.
Yep.
And you're in the bathroom. I don't want to go nowhere. I'm taking a shower. You don't want to go nowhere. It's pissed off.
I said, "Fuck that! I ain't going."
Having Alabama in a moment.
Yep.
So when you broke the chair, was it at the restaurant or was it at like some? Was it?
It was at a restaurant
incident where this fired brick. Oh wow!
It was at a restaurant. It was at one of their Italian restaurants that Bam goes to. Yeah.
So did the restaurant get angry at you guys for that, or?
No. I don't know, man. I really didn't give a damn what happened that day, that time, because if anybody would have came at me, I would have decked them. Then I would have went to jail.
It was really silent and subtle and over with pretty quick.
Yeah, it was done and over with real quick.
All right.
I'll tell you what, man. That place
some
had
fucking asshole
chicken Parmesan.
Yeah.
So some fucking prick hits Bam's car and they accuse you of doing the shit when you didn't fucking obviously do it. And so it fucking ruined your night.
And here's the thing though. I said, Bam, come here. He goes out there. I said, look at this footprint. Look at my feet. I got a 13-inch shoe I wear. I said, mine would have done more damage to what it is right now. He said, I know that. And he said, I know you didn't do it. Because he fired
it was an old camera guy or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the cameraman that he fired. Yeah. So he kicked Bam's bill and said, I did it. Yeah, it was all a setup.
Pulled a dick move.
But it didn't work.
So it makes you humble.
So did he at least fucking face? So did it at least?
Sorry.
Did it at least fucking? Did you at least get to eat dinner,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
did it happen and you didn't get to fucking chow down?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think. No, we did
No,
eat, and then it happened after a thing.
you stayed there and ate, and you took the rest home to the hotel.
Yeah.
Because after that was when
All
Rick
right.
and Deco picked me up, and we went and filmed in the hotel room, and we took off.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
All right, now, so after all that shit happened, I mean, go on, man. What else happened out there, man? I mean, you guys were fucking probably at the castle for a minute, right?
We got stoned, and we shut the fuck up and just watched everybody. And it was the first big production I ever been on. And Mauricio, same for him. Our first time even going on the damn airplane, going somewhere that far at least.
Yeah.
So mainly we just,
So,
I mean, yeah. Remember we were fans at the time too, so it was like crazy sitting there and standing there and looking at the castle and seeing Ryan Dunn walk past you, and Rake and Deco and Bam and everybody. It was just like it was like going to fucking Neverland Ranch with Michael there. You know?
yeah, okay.
So
that makes sense. So, I mean, after you guys did your filming and shit, and after dinner, I mean, I know you guys were fanboying, obviously, being fans, but not maybe like totally wigged out like some.
no way, we didn't mark out. We didn't
But,
mark out
no.
crazy or nothing. So
Yeah. So what else did you guys do? I mean, I know probably some of the shit you guys did never ended up on film, but did you guys do more than one skit like that, or?
well, I remember
Was it
a
just that
bird.
one
Some
thing?
little bird got into the castle that one day.
Oh yeah, I remember
And
that.
then April was in there cleaning and doing the drapes, and I remember a bird flew in there and she was freaked out. Me and Mauricio were chasing this bird around. This little tiny ass little sparrow or something, I'm not sure. I ended up finally catching the motherfucker and brought it over, and April was like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" I said, "I'm gonna Ozzy Osbourne and no." She said, "No, don't do it, don't do it." You know, so we finally just went, and you know, by this time it was renamed the fucking bird because it was hard to get a hold of. So yeah, we let it go out there and by where the pool table is right now, right where the big old deck is right now, the back door. Up
All right. So you guys let it go outside.
I let the bird go. Yeah.
Any more behind the scenes shit? Any more behind the?
Oh,
scenes
there was a
shit?
bunch of shit. There was a bunch of shit. I mean, they played some of it on the season 2 deleted scenes or additional scenes. They had us beating Vito and April with the gloves, and we had some the extra footage that was there, but it was only a fraction of what was filmed. There was a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So did you guys do any stunts with the group at all? Were you guys involved in like
not so much stunts, but sitting there for funny conversations and bloopers was definitely a lot to it.
And pranks.
I mean, they allowed Bama allowed us to destroy his pirate bar, and that was like a treasured spot. He's a video game head like we are. You know, Mortal Kombat, fucking Street Fighter. And by the way, I was the champion when I left there at Mortal Kombat because Deco was the Mortal Kombat champion there, and I fucking whooped his ass, dude. I whooped that ass
Bad.
and ripped his fucking heart out and shoved it up his ass. That was the end of that.
That fucking works. So Broadway, man. X. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, because you mentioned Broadway. Sorry, I stuck in my head when you mentioned that was when you started out wrestling. Did you use that name as a wrestler, or has it always been Executioner? I mean, how did you come up with the name Executioner? What caused that? Because I remember you said when you first started, you mentioned you called yourself Broadway. So,
well, Broadway's my real name. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
What happened was one day, I'm at TK. I was doing the school of training, learning how to wrestle and all that shit. So he was like, "You need a gimmick." So I said, "Fuck, what kind of gimmick do I want to go by?" I said executioner. So what happened was I went to Evangeline's, I bought this mask, and I was like, that's it. That's the executioner right there. I want to portray that as the executioner. So I already had that gimmick down packed before I met Face. So when I met Face, it was like, it was cool. You know, polished it up a little bit. We polished up the gimmick. And that was that. And then him with Leatherface, you know, that was a good thing. And thanks to Gunner, now there's all kinds of guys that betrayed Leatherface, but I'm a witness to this. Gunner himself give Leatherface to Face right here. So you give him, pass him the torch like you're my son. Here.
So sorry for interrupting. In case anybody doesn't know, Gunner is the gentleman who actually played Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, Gunner.
In 1974.
Yep.
Yeah, the original shit. Not this remake garbage.
So it was right after Boom and Bam show. See, I was the internet tech for Earthling, so I know how to get people's information from their websites. So I was able to get a hold of people. Yeah. And I went to Gunnar Hansen's website, and he had it was a little humble late 90s like website, you know, had his information on there and things he wanted to do.
A simple.
It was really simple GeoCities type of site. So I hit him up like, hey, what's up? I'm the wrestler Leatherface, and I do stunts, I do pranks, I do wrestling. And so we hit it off, and he was like, a wrestler wrestling as Leatherface and doing stunts. That's different. And we hit it off, and he wouldn't call me Leatherface, he'd call me Otherface. So I would call him, hey, what's up, man? He's like, hey, Other, how you doing? Always call me Other. And it's, you know, I was pretty close to him.
May he rest in peace as well. You know?
Yeah, I was really close with him. We would talk to each other every week, and we even sit down on the phone, and we're brainstorming a Cloak and Dagger type of movie called The Little Red Button. And he became we talked a lot. He was like Daddy Leatherface, you know, and he narrated our first Off the Hook TV DVD, and he was a really good dude. And his passing was sudden and unexpected.
Yeah. So may the original Leatherface rest in peace.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, and he definitely couldn't get over the fact of someone as a Leatherface doing wrestling and stunts, but he definitely enjoyed it. He narrated our DVD and had a good time, and he got sick.
Did he ever go to any of your wrestling shows? Did he actually get to see you perform?
No, but he narrated our first DVD. He's seen all the video we've done. I've sent to him for approval to check it out. Hey, what do you think? Your opinion, and a lot of insight, and a lot of things done. There was a lot of insight in our videos and movies that we did. That was his mind. Now, not a lot of people know that.
That's cool as fuck.
But
well, they do.
He
now.
was a different he was a different genre than us. He was a horror film, and we were just dumbass, you know. But I mean,
but still, he appreciated the artwork, the form, the style that you guys were doing. You know what I'm saying? So,
and still once in a while,
you got to admit, man, that's a huge prop from someone like him. You know what I'm saying? Someone who actually went through that era and that industry, giving you guys big ups for the shit you're doing. That's cool as fuck. You know,
once in a while, when I hit the moonshine a little too hard, I still email him, tell hey about this angle, and
the cool thing is he passed the torch. You know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate respect. Saying, hey, I'm Leatherface. You carry my mantle for me. You know what I'm saying? That's cool as fuck. You know, being able to carry that mantle on, because between you and me, guys, his memory will continue to live on through you, Face, as long as you keep portraying it, even off and on, right?
Even
memory
my
stays
my,
with
my
you and it
latest
doesn't die.
my 5-year-old son is named after him. So Malachi Gunnar
That
Osiris
works.
Blackwood. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
His
he's
name-
still
his-
he's
his
still
name
around,
lives.
man.
Yep. His name lives.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So, Ash, I know we got to wrap it up
gotta
pretty
wrap
quick
this up.
here. Just one last thing. You two, what was your in-ring slogan that you guys would say to intimidate your foes? Because I mean, you know, some people they holler,
Hey,
they scream, they growl.
That's 3 words. That's the last 3 words you're gonna hear on the show. Off the hook, bitch.